Hello, this is a review of the new Cambridge NRSV Reference Edition with Apocrypha. It is a Bible that was re-released near the end of 2015, previously released in 2006 and 1997 in different materials. Box is a nice clamshell. The Bible itself measures about 8 inches, a little over 8 inches tall by 6 inches wide by 1.25 inches thick. It comes in a French Morocco leather. It's an improvement over the 2006 edition, which Mark Bertrand described as a Franken Bible. Nice insides, terrible cover. This leather is much softer, thicker, and the cover is more flexible. Whatever the board is that's inside it is more flexible than the past edition. It's an improvement. It is a stamped grain. It is not a natural grain. You might wonder how I know this, so there is no documentation about it, but if you look at the lines of the cover, particularly these 5 lines here, you'll find they're duplicated exactly on the back. Okay. Well, so it's pressed grain. Gilt is okay, nothing premium, but it's not bad either. 2 ribbons. They are both fairly thick, double-sided silk ribbons. This is an improvement over past editions, which used the standard Cambridge thin material. This is a lot better. Also, the logo on the cover has changed. It used to be a line drawing with a square around it and the letters NRSV below. I'll show an example of that in a moment. I really like the new logo a lot more than the old one. It's cleaner and I think less childish. If you're going to have a logo, go for something simple. I think this is an improvement. Paste down liner. Corners are fairly acceptable. The material is thick, that's why it's bunched up a bit. The Bible. Yeah, that's the logo I was talking about. That used to be on the cover. Copyright page. Jump down to the important part. Typeset in Swift, about a 9-point type. A tad less. Reads well. Printed in the UK. Table of contents. This Bible has the Apocrypha between the Old and the New Testament, so we have that listed here. Abbreviations, the standard to the reader document at the start of every NRSV, and then we get into the text. Well, this is a reference Bible, obviously. Now, normally the reference Bibles, regardless of translation, that are in the 8-inch tall size range tend to be about 5.5 inches wide. This is 6 inches wide. Now, Cambridge did this so that the text columns could remain fairly broad. They simply made the page a 1/2 inch wider and then put the reference column in the middle of that. That makes the reading experience much more pleasant. The text is not squished into these narrow columns, it's fairly wide columns. The print is, I'm not sure I would say bold exactly, but it's not faint, it is not thin, it is very easy to read. Yes, there is some ghosting, you can see that, but I think that when you're actually in the text, as you can see, the ghosting is not a problem. I'm not certain if it is intentionally line matched, but it looks like it. Paper is a fairly reasonable material. I like it. However, I would not consider what Cambridge did to be premium quality work. You can see this margin is a very, very narrow margin, but the margins they're not consistent throughout the Bible. So as narrow as that margin is, let me just jump over to another page here in Genesis, and the margin is quite a bit thicker. There was a spot in Romans that I saw last night, for example, which I'm probably not going to find at the moment for this review, where the margin was very thin on one page and very wide on another. That's a ding as far as I'm concerned. For a Bible that retails for $160, I paid a lot less for this one. That shouldn't be happening. But on the plus side, because I don't necessarily see this as a premium that I'm going to have to pamper, it is a Bible that I look forward to using on a daily basis, not just at home, but taking it around. Especially since this is not a calf skin that I would want to protect. But the French Morocco is very solid. It's something that I feel like it's a quality tool that I look forward to using. So while it may have its minor issues in terms of its construction, printing in particular, I think those minor issues make it more useful in a way. Now, what it does have, in addition to the references, is a glossary. And this is a handy glossary. It doesn't list every word in the Bible, but it lists most of the people, places, some topics and themes. I know, for example, I'm going to try to find it, that it has a list of miracles as well as a list of parables. Here we go, miracles. And then it lists them according to where in the Bible it's found. So this glossary has quite a few useful features like that. Then after the glossary, we have a map index and maps as well. Now, if I recall correctly, these maps are from Moody Bible. Multiple colors. Yeah, they look good. And so that's all there is. Fairly straightforward Bible. Not too large. It's 8 by 6. Might seem a little bit larger than normal, but it's not. I'm not sure how else to say that. It still seems like a fairly portable carry Bible. The reference suite is very useful, and the text is a pleasure to read. So that's my review of the Cambridge NRSV Reference Edition with Apocrypha. Thank you.